arraignment today. We'll show you what happened in court.
If you're looking to sell your home in San Diego, a new report says now is the time because you could make more money. I'll explain coming up.
Opening day for the Padres is tomorrow, but we got a first look at Petco Park today.
It is opening day for the San Diego Padres tomorrow, and well, we're here at Petco Park today as the hype build, hearing from players and manager Mike Schilt during team workouts.
It was the miracle twin birth of 2010, and we return to wish Sonny and Angel a happy 15th birthday.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now.
We begin tonight with potholes and the ongoing problems they're causing for San Diegans and their cars. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Potholes are a shared frustration among drivers. Even small pits in the road can damage your car and create safety issues. CBS 8's Brian White is working for you to find out how much progress the city of San Diego is making on road repairs.
He joins us live now from Kearny Mesa. And Brian, what did you learn today?
Carlo, Marcella, everyone is driving home on their evening commutes here on Convoy Street, and some may have to dodge a pothole or two out here. Now, we're working for you on the big picture to see what the city is doing to fix our roads. Potholes, that thorn in our side. If bad enough, they'll damage your car, knock your wheels out of alignment, or even blow a tire.
It's terrible. It's going to tear up everybody's car.
So far this year, more than 6,000 potholes have been reported on Get It Done in San Diego. This one here on Convoy Street was just reported yesterday by police.
It is kind of challenging right now after we've had several of the wet weather events and the rain. So our potholes have gone up over those periods of time.
I talked with Bethany Bezak. She's San Diego's transportation director. She says they have 9 patch trucks out there every single day, with up to 18 crew members filling 50 to 100 potholes on average every day.
It is hard work. It's hot asphalt, right? It's not clean. It takes a lot of physical labor, and of course there's also a safety element too.
The city spends $4 million a year fixing potholes. The backlog right now sits at just over 1,900 of them. Last week at Robb Field in Ocean Beach, I put in a Get It Done request for these potholes in the parking lot, and within 3 business days they were filled.
On a really wet year, what we would see is about 60,000 potholes for the entire year.
Here's a breakdown so far this year by city council districts. Nearly 1,000 pothole reports in D6, which includes Kearny Mesa, and the most reports have come from D1 with more than 1,100 on some of the older streets in Pacific Beach and La Jolla. Council President Joe LaCava.
To Get It Done is really the best way to inform us where those potholes are, so we can be very strategic and very efficient to get the crews out there and fill those potholes.
Now, an auditor's report last year recommended that the city buy another patch truck to keep as a backup when others are out for maintenance and repairs. Director Bezak tells me they have ordered the truck and it will be ready in October. Carlo and Marcella, we have a graphic to put up on the screen here. We want to know how the road conditions are in your neighborhood, anywhere in the county. Now just text the word pothole to 858-571-8888 and tell us how the roads are now compared to a year ago. And we'll also share with you how to report a pothole in your city. For now, reporting live, I'm Brian White for CBS 8.
Thanks, Brian. Tonight we have a follow-up to a story we covered in January. Residents at Palomar Estates Mobile Home Park in San Marcos were left with questions about the giant holes in their backyards and when they'd be fixed.
Frustrated with the lack of answers they were getting, they reached out to us here at CBS 8. Working for you, our Alex Lai checked back in with those neighbors to see the progress that's been made.
I stood in this exact spot 2 months ago when this yard was just a dug-up hole of dirt. Residents say 2 days later, the city and park started taking action, and now, as you can see, construction is underway. What was once just a tarp covering holes along San Marcos Boulevard is now a construction site. I first met neighbors Jack and Melissa when Melissa contacted CBS 8 about worsening sinkholes in their backyards. The property owner, Palomar Estates, storm drain eroded, causing water to seep into the slope and form giant holes. With the storm drain failing, streets flooded when it rained and pumps were strung across homes.
I called you the next day you were out here. We had the meeting at the park and then everything started rolling. I really think if not for you, it would not have, we'd still be sitting here waiting.
CBS 8 reached out to the city of San Marcos and learned that Palomar Estates tried fixing the pipe with concrete slurry, but it migrated under the city storm drain.
Everything became transparent. The city explained exactly what was going to happen. The park explained what's going to happen. And we all walked away really happy because for the first time in 18 months, we knew what was going on.
Fast forward to today, San Marcos crews are working to clear the public storm drain blocked by the slurry.
They're down there chipping out concrete, and they have the manholes on site.
When city repairs are done, Palomar Estates will fix its private storm drain.
And they're going to line it with epoxy so that it can't leak.
Once repaired, rain should drain properly and pumps can be removed. The closed laundry and car wash will reopen as well. And nearly 2 years later, residents will get their yards and their peace back.
It's a relief. It's a relief because, like I said the first time, you know, we're all older people in this park, and a lot of us have disabilities and other issues, and this is our forever home.
The work is expected to be completed by June or July, just in time for Jack and Melissa to enjoy their yards for the summer. Working for you in San Marcos, I'm Alex Live for CBS 8.
Thank you, Alex. And remember, if there is something you would like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
San Diego police need your help tonight finding a gunman who shot a young man in City Heights. It happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in an alley off Marlborough Avenue near Landis Street. Investigators say when officers got there, they found a 19-year-old man bleeding from his arm. He was taken to a hospital where he underwent surgery. No word on his condition tonight. Police say the victim was talking with a friend when the driver of a car pulled up and exchanged words with the victim before shots rang out. The shooter then drove off and remains on the loose tonight. Now, police stress there is no threat to the public, but they have not released a possible motive for the shooting. Anyone with information about this case is asked to call San Diego police.
The woman accused of killing the CalFire captain she was married to faced a judge today. Yolanda Marodi is facing a murder charge in connection with the death of Rebecca Marodi last month. Prosecutors say she then fled to Mexico, where she was arrested over the weekend.
CBS 8's Steve Price was in the courtroom for today's arraignment and has the latest details from El Cajon.
In new court documents that were filed just today, we learned that Rebecca Marodi was stabbed at least 34 times, including several times in the neck. Today, her wife pled not guilty at her arraignment, but she didn't do it from inside the courtroom.
Request to enter a not guilty plea to the charges, denial of any and all allegations.
The judge ordered us not to show Yolanda Marodi's face, but the 53-year-old was in a hospital bed with an oxygen tube in her nose, and she showed no emotion as the judge shared new details about the murder of her wife, Rebecca Marodi.
One of extreme violence with 34 stabbing or slashing wounds. Also, portions of this event were captured on video, seeing the victim running from the defendant, begging her to call 911.
A court document obtained today by CBS 8 states an autopsy conducted Tuesday, February 19, 2025, revealed that Rebecca had been stabbed at least 34 times, which included defensive wounds and wounds to the front and back of her neck, including one stab wound to her jugular. Yolanda Marodi's attorney asked for a reasonable bail, but based on the violent nature of the attack, the judge denied that request.
Court finds by clear and convincing evidence a substantial likelihood that defendant's release will result in great bodily injury to others.
Rebecca Marodi, a beloved captain with CalFire, had been married to Yolanda for about 2 years. But according to court documents, Rebecca recently told Yolanda that she wanted a divorce. Sheriff's investigators say on February 17th, Yolanda chased Rebecca around their property in Ramona with a knife and eventually killed her. Yolanda then fled to Mexico, where she was on the run for more than a month before being arrested by Mexican authorities this weekend and then handed over to authorities here in the U.S.
I am grateful to our law enforcement partners, both in the United States and in Mexico, who collaborated to bring the defendant back here so that the victim's family can start that process to justice.
It's not clear why Yolanda Marodi is hospitalized, but she is due back in court next month. If convicted on all charges, she faces at least 25 years to life in prison. In El Cajon, Steve Price, CBS 8.
Thanks, Steve. San Diego rideshare drivers rallied for full back pay today as Uber and Lyft prepare to settle a major wage theft case next week. It all stems from when 5,000 drivers in 2020 filed wage and hour claims with the California Labor Commission office, saying that Uber and Lyft wrongly classified them as independent contractors. They say the misclassification denied them overtime, breaks, and mileage reimbursement. People who actively drove for the company between 2016 and 2020 are eligible for the settlement. The union representing drivers says they believe there are more drivers eligible to be part of the claim.
The state of California intervened, Labor Commission said, you know what, we're just going to do one big suit for all the drivers. So if it's $1.3 billion that they can show that was taken for 5,000 drivers, imagine 200,000 drivers, how much that is?
Today's demonstration was held in conjunction with others across the state ahead of a mediation session with Uber next Monday. Right now, we are just hours away from the start of the Padres baseball season.
First pitch against the Atlanta Braves is set for 1:10 tomorrow afternoon, and Petco Park is expected to be packed with the Friar faithful. There are many new features for fans at the park this season, including new spots to hang out and, of course, new food options. CBS 8's Alex Cheney will have a closer look at all of it in our next half hour, worth sticking around for. And CBS 8's Karthik Venkatraman is going to have a look at the team's workout at Petco Park today. That is coming up later in sports.
CBS 8 Mornings is taking the show on the road tomorrow for opening day. Our morning team will be live at Petco Park all morning, and Jake and Karthik will be at the stadium for our 11 a.m. and noon shows. We will also have extended opening day coverage on our free streaming channel, CBS 8 Plus, from 12:30 p.m. until 1 p.m. Download on your TV and watch for free. And we do have some really exciting news to share.
Here at CBS 8, we are officially the over-the-air broadcast home of the San Diego Padres now. Take a look.
New season on a new home. The Padres play here on CBS 8. Catch all the action, the home runs, the strikeouts, and so many unbelievable moments. Don't miss out. Padres baseball on CBS 8.
Can't wait. The first of 10 games on CBS 8 will air on April 26th with the Padres taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
So exciting. You can find the rest of the schedule on our website, cbs8.com.
Okay, what we're learning about 2 San Diego Kohl's stores that are among those closing nationwide this weekend, that's still ahead.
Plus, if you're considering selling your home here in San Diego, we'll tell you why now may be the best time.
And why there is growing concern over pools filled with water in recent wildfire burn areas.
Talking about the Padres, yes, we do have the start of the season for tomorrow. And at that time, at 1:10, you're going to be talking about 65 degrees and some cloud cover, so you're not baking in the sunshine. Your complete forecast is coming up.